Hey there, I'm David, a software engineer at Block working on Goose, and I wanted to give you a demo today of Agent Honk, which is a Discord, basically a Discord client for Goose. And so let's start the demo with that. So currently Agent Honk has exactly one command, honk, and this is where you put in your prompt. You are an expert on birds. Tell me a fun fact about penguins. So this automatically creates the thread. And this thread is going to be a useful abstraction because it can simulate a session. When we look through the code later, we're going to see we're actually just using Goose run. But having the thread provides a nice context for which messages should be part of that session versus using the channel. It would be hard to differentiate that. So here we have our fun fact about penguins, the main one being that they have excellent underwater vision. And now I've asked for a fun fact about chickens too, and Goose has the context from the previous messages. So when we use Goose run, we're going to pass in the entire prompt history. So the fun fact here is that chickens can remember over 100 different faces. That's pretty cool. So the code is actually living over here in this Discord Goose repo. Just want to make a few notes. The key thing is you need to set up the Discord developer portal and get your bot tokens that way. In particular, this Discord token environment variable is important to set because that's what is actually going to link your bot to your server. The command example is here. It's using UV in Python 13. And one other note is that it took me about 5 to 10 minutes after starting the bot initially before the slash commands appeared. So I expect you'll encounter a similar delay, so don't be alarmed, just give it some time. Let's look through the code now. So this is the main entry point, runbot.py, which links in our bot, which is the main entry point for Discord. So onReady is what happens when it starts up, and there we sync the slash commands. Here we're handling the thread messages. So when we see a message, actually, we're ignoring regular messages, but we're only looking for messages within those threads if our thread manager, which we'll look at in a minute, recognizes that thread. And then the main entry point for the honk command lives here, registering it as a slash command. When the slash command starts, we create a thread, and that is kind of the basis for our session. If we look within Thread Manager, the really key thing we're tracking is the thread ID. And you can see we're just using a dictionary. So these just live in memory. So every time you restart this server, it's basically going to forget everything. We'll play around with persistence in the future. Or even it should be possible with the Discord API as well, if you know the ID of the thread, to fetch all of the previous messages. I believe we're using the API to do that right now. And then our Goose client, here we've registered our Goose command as Goose. I'm running the Goose CLI in my terminal. And you can see we're essentially just using Goose run and passing in the context from previous messages. And there's a lot of code around here around cleaning up the response just so it looks really nice on Discord. Discord also has some file limits and things like that. So that's about all the code. And again, this is super, super early. I spent about 25 minutes vibe coding this, and I actually uploaded a different video if you want to see me doing that live and my experience with that. In terms of what I'm thinking about that this project might be useful for, exposing an agent so that you can try something with really low friction. I think Discord also offers some interesting opportunities with things like rendering messages with forms. So you could have it automatically generate a form. And there's something inherently social about Discord in that if you put a bot in a public channel, many people have access to it. So if you can build a useful workflow that you can have a really nice way to distribute it to your community. Oftentimes I want a really simple bot, send me a price alert, something else I'm thinking about, something that updates daily or every hour and checks for something, other use cases like that. But I'm really curious as to your thoughts on how you might want to interface with the bot, what types of abstractions you'd be looking for, and then on the flip side, what types of use cases you think this could be useful for. Thanks for watching, and yeah,